Hello, TikTok. I am back. Maybe you noticed I was gone. Maybe you didn't notice. Maybe you have no idea who I am. My name is Tom Vaughn. I have been writing screenplays professionally for about 28 years now, and I have been teaching the subject for almost as long. And I try to post once every 2 days, kind of probably 2 out of every 3 days I post. Last week I was traveling and then I came down sick, so I haven't posted in 9 days. Without question, the longest stretch I've gone without posting since I started in November. So glad to be back. I missed it. I missed the interaction. I missed the comments. I missed teaching. I love creating these videos. I love interacting with everyone here. So it's good to be back. This video is on how we define our characters with a particular focus on how they solve problems. So, as I've discussed before, we define characters by what a character wants and what they're willing to do to get it. And we usually illustrate this with the choices that they make. Now, what a character wants, that usually takes most of our attention, and rightfully so, because it drives the narrative. A character's want is what pushes the narrative ahead. But there's that second part too, what they are willing to do to get it. And normally, when we think of that, we think in terms of like how far they're willing to go. But I want you to think of it also in a much calmer, more methodical way, which is how does a character solve their problems? So if Act One is, I've got a problem, and then Act 2A is, I think I will solve it, they will solve it by using their normal character problem solving ways. So perhaps they use brute force. Maybe they just beat people up. They're a bully. Maybe they problem solve. They're intellectual. Shoot first, ask questions later. They're manipulative. They use their sex appeal. Whatever they normally do to solve problems, even if it's people who try to avoid problems by not dealing with it, and they just try to pretend it's not there. They're going to go into 2B using that normal problem-solving technique that they have developed through their life, whether it's through intellectual means or a coping mechanism they have developed. And then by the midpoint, and the midpoint being the last gasp of who the character is in Act One, they're kind of going to realize that the way they normally solve problems no longer works. So in Barbie thinks she's going to go out into the real world and just be charming and spread her joy and let people know, hey, I'm Barbie. I'm the one who brings you so much joy. And then discovers none of that actually works. And the real world is much darker, more cynical, very different than what she expected. And that normal way of dealing with things isn't going to work. One of my favorite examples is LA Confidential. You've got three characters who solve their problem. They solve the crime. They are ambitious. They have their own agendas. They solve the crime, and it could be over. But in the back of their minds, they know it isn't. They know they put the wrong people away and that there is a deeper mystery going on, and they can't live with themselves unless they try to solve it. And so those normal ways of just dealing with their own ambition, just dealing with their selfish agenda isn't going to work anymore. And it changes from the midpoint on. So think of your character. How do they normally solve problems? And then by the midpoint, how it isn't going to work this time. Now, if you're interested in screenwriting, you're in the right place. Like, comment, and share. Let people know. I think I'm the best kept secret of TikTok screenwriting around. So share, let other people know what's going on here. And if you're really interested in screenwriting, I have a weekly screenwriting lesson every Tuesday morning. You can sign up for it. It's totally free. You can sign up here, click on the link in my profile. It's really, I'm on TikTok for two reasons. One, I love to teach. And then two, I want you to sign up for this weekly email. All right, I'll see you for the next one. It's good to be back.